Hello, welcome everyone to iPhone Everything. Today we're going to be replacing our iPhone 6s battery. If this is your first time to the channel, please do me a favor, hit subscribe and also turn on the notifications. Thank you. Now we're going to go ahead and power down the phone. Now we're going to grab our penelope screwdriver. On the bottom of the phone, as you can tell, there is two screws. They're penelope screws. You will need to remove these to be able to remove the screen to get to the battery. Then you want to go ahead and separate the screen of the phone from the housing. You want to grab your pick and put it along the back side of it and gently run it down the side of the phone until you get separation away from the housing. Then slowly lift up the screen. Until you have the screen completely up like this. Then what you're going to want to do is go ahead and remove the shield right here that covers the connectors to the screen. There are 4 screws. Make sure that whenever you take the screws out, you put them kind of in order where they go back. That way you know exactly where they go, and every screw goes right back in the same spot that you took it from. Next, you want to go ahead and remove the flex cables from the screen, from the motherboard. Then you can go ahead and take the screen off of the device. Next, what you want to do is go ahead and take a flathead screwdriver and push underneath this adhesive tape and kind of try to just pry it up. You want to kind of get all of it on the top away from the battery so you can just grab it with your fingers and kind of pull up. You want to go really slow with this. Most of the time, the adhesive tape tends to break underneath the battery, which makes it very hard to remove from the housing after it snaps. So you kind of want to take your time with this and just be very diligent and slow to remove the tape. That's one down, one more to go. Now all we have to do is remove the second one and the battery will just fall out. Again, you want to be very slow with pulling out the adhesive from underneath the battery. It will snap, and if it does snap, it creates a whole nother problem, and it's very hard to remove the battery without damaging the battery or the telephone if you don't go slow with it. Now, the battery is out of the device. You're going to take the battery, put it to the side. Then you want to go ahead and grab your new battery. Turn it on the back. Apply new adhesive to the back of your brand new battery. having a little trouble here. Like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be enough to hold it to the frame of the phone. You want to take the blue tab off and wrap it around the front side of the battery like that. Then you can go ahead, make sure that your cable is in the right position to go back and connect to the phone. When you go to install, go ahead and connect the brand new battery. That way, whenever you go to put the battery back into the housing, you can use the connection of the battery to kind of place the battery exactly where it goes. Now that you have the battery installed, you can go ahead and reinstall the shield that covers up the battery connection. Next, what you want to do is go ahead and grab your screen. You want to take your screen. You want to connect the top flex cable to the connector to the motherboard of the phone. Want to press in gently, not to bend any of the connecting pins on the motherboard. If you go to press and it gives you some resistance, stop and retry to connect it without damaging the motherboard. You should hear a snap. Now that we got the screen on, you want to go ahead and take the flex cable shield, put it back into its original place. You want to take the screws and go ahead and attach them into the phone. I go ahead and start off with the biggest one. It's up in the top right corner. That way it will hold it there in position while I'm able to screw in the other screws. Now, you are ready to go ahead and lower the screen down. Whenever you go to put the screen on, there is a certain way you do it. You put the screen underneath the lip of the housing, then you slowly push the screen back in onto the housing. Then you go ahead and put your pentalobe screws back on the phone to close off the phone. Now that the screen is on the phone, you can power up the device. You want to make sure that there is no LCD bright spots and all the connections are good. Also, after you power up the phone, you want to go to the settings. You want to scroll down to your battery. And then you also want to look at your battery percentage. It shows 100%. It looks like we have been successful with the change of the old battery with a new battery. Everyone, please subscribe to the channel to see more videos and also turn on your notifications. This is iPhone Everything. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.